All right, everyone, here we go with an energy weather update. I usually do these on Monday, but it's, what is it, Wednesday? Okay, we'll do it on Wednesday. Why not? There's a lot going on in the energy right now. I like to try to help you guys with the environmental energies, the surrounding energies, adapt to it. If it hasn't hit you yet, it's probably near future influence, but it's pretty dominant in the energy to put your foot in your mouth right now a little bit. What I mean by that, don't take me too literally. I don't necessarily mean you're going to say a bunch of stupid shit, but you might. You might say some great shit, but it doesn't play out the way you thought it might. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I don't know. It's right here in the surface energy, the Knight of Wands, right? Which is communication in this context, and crossed by the Tower. You know, you might find yourself saying, "I didn't mean it that way." Right? I didn't mean it that way. Or you're phrasing things to people in the wrong way. You might think it's kind of a bad thing. Things didn't go your way. The Five of Swords, a false victory, right? Actually, there's a lot you can learn from this with the Page of Pentacles here, okay? So do stop and take the lesson. You can figure out, in other words, you can figure out this energy. See, it's all communication because of the Knight of Swords, bookending the Knight of Wands. Anyway, I just like to give you some transparency. Why do you say that's communication? Again, yeah, you sounded like that. Yeah, it's like that. It's right there because that's bookending and that's communication. It brings change. Anyway, take the opportunity to observe how the energy behaves. In other words, when you say something and it doesn't play out the way you thought it might or go over the way you thought it might, take a moment, learn from it. You'll be able to adapt to the energy, and then you can adapt your words so they will go over. Right? You know what I'm saying? Okay. I hope so. Otherwise, you're all going to put your foot in your mouth a lot. Ooh, that joke didn't go over well. Whoops. Maybe you shouldn't have said that. Right? Those kind of words will come out of your mouth. Internally, if you turn this energy inward, it can be quite beneficial too with that Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. If you turn it inward, you might find you change some associations. You might find you think you want a jazzier class of friend, or friends that are more adventurous, or things along those lines, or partners that are more adventurous. It's okay. You don't have to act on it if you don't want to. If it's like, oh my God, I don't want to dare think about that, Steve, because then, you know, I get it. You don't have to act on it, but you can acknowledge things. Stress comes from not acknowledging things, right? It's not even so much about not acting on it. It's just not acknowledging it, burying it under the carpet, head in the sand kind of thing. That's never good. All right, well, here we go. Done shuffling. I'm pulling a reading. It's a general reading. It may or may not. It's an Eight of Wands. You all know what Eight of Wands is, right? It's tarot gold. You know, I should just put that as the thumbnail. This reading will get like 9 million views, right? I won't. I don't care about views. But yeah, Eight of Wands. A general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but Steve obviously knows what he's talking about, because that's communication and lightning, and things just come out of your mouth, and then you're like, oh shit, why'd I say it? But if you're here for a reason, or if you found this channel, it's timeless. Could be near future influence for you. The environmental energy is 8 Wands. Underneath it, 3 of Cups, the bigger card of communication in the minor arcana for me, even bigger than the 8 of Wands, because it's got a lot of emotion to it. Plus, it's got perched birds and a sun. There's a lot you can learn from things going wrong with what you say. Right? I could tell you that right now, seeing the 5 of Wands. It seems like everything you say causes some kind of minor problem. It doesn't matter. Right? You could tell the checkout girl at the goddamn grocery store, she looked nice today. It's going to backfire in this energy in some way. What you mean by that? Well, I mean you look good in the red dress. It's not red. It's pink. They start getting semantic with you on the color. You don't even know the color. You know, okay, I'm sorry. Hey, have a good Wednesday. You know, and just shut the fuck up from the air. It's minor shit, but it's annoying. Okay? See, I know what I'm talking about. All right, 3 cards. What else you want to tell my people? I'm like, what the hell's on my screen? That's my cursor. Okay, that's from my mouse. I'm like, oh my God. I usually move it off the screen. Anyway, 6 of Pentacles. Freaking me out. There's some giant triangle on my screen. It's 2 of Wands and the 4 of Pentacles. Wow. Yeah. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. You've got good intentions with everything you're saying. You know? And you're hoping for some kind of response back, and what you get back is like a recoil. You know, it is what it is. I don't know. This reminds me of the first time my father had me shoot one of his shotguns. He considered it a smaller gauge. It was a 16 gauge, which is, you know, it's still good sizing. It's not a 12 gauge. It's a little smaller. But anyway, that thing, I fired. I had great intentions. The skeet went up, and I aimed, and I took a shot. I was a scrawny little kid. The recoil on that fucking gun knocked me back literally 3 feet into a bush. I mean, I literally flew through. It was like a cartoon, you know. That's kind of, in your mind's eye, picture that. And I wasn't expecting that. That's the thing, you know. No one warned me. You could have warned a kid about the damn recoil, right? My dad was like, well, I didn't think it was that bad. Well, you didn't think it was that bad. You weigh like 9 times what you know. It's a bit of that. All right? You're not expecting the recoil here on some level. Okay. There's nothing to clarify here too much. I mean, I want to see what the fear aspect here is. I think this is reflective of the external energies. I know your energy is attached to this as a recoil, a holdback, right? I didn't want to shoot the gun again, I'll tell you what. Not for a while. But after that, I got a much smaller gauge. I got a 410 gauge, which is this tiny little thing, right? It's just the shells look like little cigars. All right. 4 of Pentacles here. In relation to the outside energies, I think people are afraid of something right now. I pick up on that a lot. I talked about in a recent reading a lady at my local grocery store. I felt a lot of self-loathing off of her. She take it out on all the customers and stuff like that. It's not necessarily self-loathing I'm picking up on here, but right now this energy is making the receiver part of people fearful. So in other words, like in my little example, I told the girl, you look nice in that dress. What you mean by that? They're afraid. They're afraid I'm just saying that because they don't. Right? People run with it. Oh, you're probably just saying that. In their mind, they go, oh, he's just saying that because I don't look good in it. Right? It's a bit of fear-based paranoia here on the receiver. Right? It might be on your receiver too, so keep that in mind if you react a certain way, right? Okay, this affects you as well. I'm giving you the reading. But you may react too, you know. No, they're not saying it because you don't look good in the dress. They're saying it because you do. There's actually a lot of honesty on the transmit side, on the speaking side. But there's fear on the receiving side. And they're not matching right now. Okay, I'd go into what astrology is caused, but I'm not your astrologer. I'm reading energy for you. All right, I'm just telling you the same thing I told my friends and family in a fucking email that I send out to them. You know, it is what it is. Anyway, I would send you guys an email blast, but there's so many fucking bullshit laws and crap now. It's not worth it. You got to go jump through so many hoops, and I mean, you got to put up, you know, I mean, it's just insane. It's not worth it. It's just easy for me to do the videos, you know. The world's gotten so fucking paranoid these days. It's crazy. Body, whatever. Let's see where we're at here. All right. 4 of Pentacles. External. Yeah. Everybody's fucking defensive. That's what I said. The 7 of Wands. Everybody's fucking defensive. They're out of their fucking mind. You know? They are. It's just the way it is. There's a lot. Sometimes we put up so many, I say this a lot about societal energy. Sometimes we put up walls to protect ourselves, right? We put up so many walls that we keep all the good out too. You know, that kind of a thing. People are doing that. This is overkill, okay, on the defensiveness. Just keep that in mind. It's going to affect you too. You might be like that, okay? Don't. It's okay. They really do like your dress, even if you're a dude. Especially if you're a dude. If you could pull off a red dress as a dude, good for you, right? A dude that could pull off a summer dress, I'll tell you what, that's my kind of gal, you know? What's on top here? Temperance. Fucking hell. Why is that here? A 9 of Wands. See? That's what I said. Why am I your 36th favorite? I have no fucking idea. It's literally what I just said. You say something nice and people, what do you mean by that? Right? It's the same thing. People are putting up too many walls. There's too much security. It's too much craziness. I mean, you know, I can't even log into my YouTube account anymore without making sure I got my smartphone handy, because it's going to ring here and I got to click here and do that. Then I got to put in a special code. I got to, fuck, you know. I mean, I'm sorry. It logged me out, and I need to go through a missile launch process. I probably need to call the president to even be able to get in. I need a special code, you know. I mean, it is what it is. But people are like that. So keep that in mind. What's the bridging energy? Here I said two cards want to come out. What did I say? Bridging energy would be the bookend of this. Fear and Three of Swords. Fear of getting hurt. Fear that it's bad. Fear that it's saying something, but fear that, what do they mean by that? Right? But everything you say is going to put three swords in somebody. Whether it's a compliment or an insult. How long does this energy last? Well, you're all moving at different speeds on your timeline, but in the reading itself, I'm going to say it's been here all week, but I'm going to say probably at least until the 9th or 10th, something around there. It'll start to dissipate out before then, but it'll drizzle away or fizzle away by the 9th or 10th. You know, it is what it is. I've already seen this play out a few times, you know. A neighbor got into it with the mailman about 2 days ago, our mail guy, you know. I mean, I don't even know what it was about, but they were yelling and screaming. And I just remember my neighbor saying, I didn't even say anything. I didn't, you know, it's like that. I've already seen it play out. So it does happen. People, it'll be on varying levels for you, but it is what it is. Let's see what else the universe wants to tell you. Let's grab a fresh deck. See if there's anything else it wants to tell you. I mean, I got totally backed up here. So I just like to make sure I'm right for you. That's all. I don't fucking care. All right. It is. If you want to sum this energy up, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. It's a bit of that. All right. There's no devil here. There's nothing bad on your side. Nothing bad comes of it. It's all very minor shit. You know, but be careful about anything. Just keep your mouth shut for the next week if you want to be safe, right? And if somebody says something to you and you start to get, well, what do they mean by that? It's you start questioning it in your head and going round and round. Shut it down. I've given you the energy so you can acknowledge it. If you know it's there, right? All right, here we go. One card, the crossing card. What else you want to tell my people? Well, we don't like our mailman anyway. He's always on his phone while he's delivering the mail, right? He talks on his phone. You can hear him. He's just on the phone all fucking day while he delivers the mail. And we all got to Cliff Clavin each other, right? Happens every fucking time. It's an episode of Cheers where Cliff Clavin, the mailman, delivered mail to a building, and then after he leaves, all the tenants come out of the apartments and switch mail because he got it wrong, right? That's our mailman. That's the guy. It's like because he's on his fucking phone, and he's not supposed to be, right? But of course you can't report it to the post office because they don't let you report things anonymously. You got to put your name and address and phone number, and you know your mail is going to get fucked the moment that your name is attached to a complaint. So you just fucking deal with it. I bet my neighbor said something to him about it. I bet he was real nice and real kind, and just, you know, the guy blew up. Well, I want to talk to my girlfriend all day if I want to, but technically they're not supposed to be on the phone all day while they're delivering mail. I'm just saying. Five of Pentacles. Final message to you, crossed by the Eight of Swords. I just think it's funny. We call it Cliff. We still to this day call it Cliff Clavin. Right? Everybody in the neighborhood, yeah, we're getting Cliff Clavin. Right? It's actually a thing. He represents a bad mailman. All right, with or a bad mailman with good intentions. That's which sort of this energy here, I suppose. There's a sense that you might feel. Oh yeah, I see it here. The Knight of Wands. There's a sense that you might feel overlooked in this energy. You might feel passed by for something. You might feel like if a group of friends are going out for drinks and they don't call you, it's going to affect you very hard. But before you assume such things, they probably tried to call you and couldn't reach you or something went wrong. Okay? So don't assume that you're being passed by or people aren't considering your feelings and decisions. They are. I think you're just not seeing it in this. It's easy to miss when you're blindfolded and worried that everybody's out to get you. That's this kind of energy. That's the surrounding energies. It's going to affect all of you differently based on the baseline energies around you. but it is what it is. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. I've done my best for you. Now that you know about this, you can better behave in it. You can acknowledge it if you start finding yourself again in this situation. Oh, everybody's out to get me. Everybody's not regarding me, making decisions without me. All this. No, they're not. They're not. It's easy to miss things when you're blindfolded, when you're this girl right here. Okay? That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Good luck.